Okay, so coming up next to the stage we have Janet.
Because she's so vertically challenged, I'm going to use the tall one over here. Chicago music that they put in the background for me. Hi there. I'm wearing a dress and I feel really weird, and I've got a bow from my mom's scarf on it, and I feel like a goofball. Hi there. I have 3. Count them 3. Poems I got to you that I've written this weekend. So, brand new stuff for you, and they're on all sorts of strange things. There you go. This one I wrote yesterday, and it was on Nature Photography Day. When you decide to write a poem every day of the year, you start looking for holidays and reasons to write poems. So this one is called Orange Clouds and Blood Red Sunsets. My years of photography schooling in college was designed to prep me for photojournalism, catching the action for the big reported story. And with that camera as an extension of my arm, I wish I could find the mouse. And with that camera as an extension of my arm, I'd be ready at a moment's notice to swing that camera up to my eye when the time was right. And I may be no Ansel Adams recording wind speeds and altitudes and longitudes for photos, but with this catching a moment mentality ingrained into my head, I stumbled upon nature scenes that I now have to share with the world. It's on impulse, but when you see something so breathtaking, your only thought is to share it with the world. Dormant trees laden with snow at the creek on an overpass, reflecting the cloud-filled sky. Or maybe orange clouds creating a one-of-a-kind mystery in the sky that only you can decipher. Then catch that sun through clouds on a rainy day, or on a blood-red sunset. I love this mouse. Over Lake Pontchartrain, or catch the instant the sun peeks out from after a total solar eclipse, or see the sun setting from 50,000 feet in the sky, and you can capture the divide between day and night from on high. Catch bare footprint shadows in the snow. Get on a boat and go out into the water and catch icebergs and glaciers. Or all the shards of ice, like glass scattered like water that makes the sea look like a crossword puzzle with pieces scattered about. It's hard to do this all with one arm. Find lone trails along mountainsides, or stop when you see a massive field of giant sunflowers. Ah, sunflowers. Don't forget the pollinating bee that's actually on top of dying daisies. And when you go back to those intense blue waters that are breaking along the shoreline, wait a minute, what about that moss that's hanging from plantation trees in the southern United States that reminds you of trees brimming with life at the highlands, or the bamboo forests in Puerto Rico? Because really, at times like this, from ice snow to lakes to ponds, that nature is so brimming with life. So, journalist, photographer, stop looking for people for the action sometimes. Nature has so much majestic, breathtaking, mind-blowing action to share, and in an instant, their moment is gone too. And that is worth sharing.
Yeah.
Which I guess I'll do on my way up. The second poem I wrote today, looking for things that happen, and this is the day in 1940 when the communist government took over Lithuania. People look at me like, you're a Dutch girl. And I'm like, yes, Jan Kuypers, I'm Dutch. I'm 50% Dutch. That's my dad's side. My mom is entirely Lithuanian. So I had to go and check this stuff out too. So I wrote about this. And this piece is called Vanquished by the Sleeping Giant. We draw strength from our past experiences. When only light and truth could guide our steps, we have no choice but to remember our battles. We now dread what bloodshed may lay ahead when a sleeping giant just past our border once went in and took us over, nearly destroying us. We fought back then, recovered independence, wearily tethering our small state together again. Why must we fight such an unforgiving enemy? Who do we hold accountable for but a faceless face we're supposed to revere as a supreme comrade? What more can we do to prove to you that it is we who should be treated with solemn respect? We with true dignity. Our people have fought you without question for far too many years, and now we live in a fractured society because of your reign. Wanting to take us over, you now provide this truly wicked, thinly veiled ultimatum to take us over, which only means that you could infiltrate us, and we would have no choice at this point in the battle but to welcome you in. But it is you who do not understand. We could not, in good conscience, do this. If your war will continue to rage on, know that the battle will be ours in the end. They talk about the little ones winning the war, coming back from darkness when all seems lost. This is why I said past experience is where we draw strength. Only light and truth would guide our steps. We remember our battles. We stand proud of our past and our future. And we will always embrace our culture, our history, forever. I would read this piece for you, Learning More 2020 edit. And thank you. It is amazing how I learn more, how I take it all in, how I think I'm just learning little random pieces of information. And that is when I find out that all of the pieces relate and that there is meaning to almost anything I see or do. You are making all the details possible by working so hard. Thank you, and I thank you because Mom and you are what made us, us. I know us kids are all somehow creative, but when I was looking in an unused stove in the basement and found a box of old black and white photographs, I didn't know where they came from. I asked you, Dad, and you said you used to be a photographer, that you took pictures when you were in high school. You developed these pictures. And now, this gave me my own snapshot of you, too. This was something I learned about you through chance, firsthand. Learning about you, getting these tiny glimpses, it's as if I have taken these snapshots of your life. Now I can slowly piece this all together to make the picture more complete. I know that life is not easy and that it takes work. Your life has been difficult at times, and your life has been rich as well. Your life has also made me rich from you, from being a part of your life. When people now tell me things about myself, I know where the pieces come from that have made me whole. I know what has given this to me, and I thank you for that.
That's another thing us vertically challenged people can't do, just jump off the stage. I need stairs. All right, give it up for Janet.